Beetle some cringe decks. There's a Quacks Soldiers deck, I guess. This is Shoop Erland.
Open at him, you lazy bastards! You'll sleep when you're dead.
Isn't all of Gwent cringe to you, Lauren? like what's a non-cringe deck in Gwent? Life is cringe. That I think we can all agree on. No, seriously, name a non-cringe deck. Shoop, triple Shoop Brand. Yeah, there you go. So, Sal opens with a on-crate Longship. So, blue coin, Pirates versus red coin, Shoop, Temple, Erland. Temples in hand, Mutagen in deck. Cursed Scroll for Sal. He's going to use it to grab Blood Eagle. What will they be putting back in the deck? I didn't actually pay attention. Like it's a blast from the past. It is. It's gotten nerfed a bunch, so like this deck used to be able to fit a tall punish and a lock, and now it can't. I can't taunt people.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
I'm observing.
General of Felix Legion. Loyal servant to the true Emperor, Marcus Aurelius. Father to a murdered son. Husband to a murdered wife. And I will have my vengeance. In this life or the next.
There's a few warriors. The on-crate raiders and the invaders are warriors, as well as Skjordal and Brockrow warriors. So there's like 8 targets. Brad is a warrior as well. No Redea? Oh, right. But it does have Iris Companions. We got War Elephant, Selkirk, and Priscilla from Temple. Beetle grabs the mutagen. So looks like they're planning to play it this round. Sal doesn't really have an answer to Erland other than Justiana. So there might be a play where Beetle goes down a few. Okay. So usually you boost Anseus. In this matchup, Sal's unlikely to go super tall. So Anseus gets a little less value from the boost. But more importantly, I think Evil Beetle's planning to stay on interactive for as long as possible, or at least like not give a lot of targets. Get a bunch of carryover. Go down a couple cards if they have to win round 1. And then drop Erland round 2 and pass. It's going to be one chunky Erland. So that's kind of like a cheesy line you can do with this deck. If you're against somebody that doesn't have COC or Heatwave, or sorry, COC or Igni, or some way to answer Erland. Since Erland has immunity, if you play it with 4 cards or less in hand. But the main, like another reason to boost Erland might be to protect it from like Cataclysm and Justiana and Naval Supremacy, that kind of stuff. Because Pirates do have some pings and weather and damage they can do to even an immune unit. Sal is trying to figure out what to play here. And Boat Builder seems like a good choice. They're going to be looking to try and set up abordage somehow. Why was this boosted? Like, why isn't it damaged? Oh, it does have. Oh, I totally didn't realize this has formation. Okay. So probably a light longship would be the play here. Sal can even give it armor, so this now becomes an engine. Even I really like both builders because a lot of times when you're the leader charge used to remove the envoy. I guess they're scared of Wk3 merchant. Because that's something you can do with envoy is put a crappy make sure you have a crappy card on top and then play Wk3 merchant to steal something good from your opponent. And Sal's trying to prevent that. And what I was trying to say is with pirates, a lot of times you can struggle a little bit with proactivity. And like there are some cards like the light longship which you could play for proactive, but you also want them to have armor, so you like want to do damage first to get points on them, and it becomes a little bit awkward sometimes. So this kind of lets you just drop it and give it armor manually. Naval Supremacy for a Tide Cloak Hideaway, which we'll play for I think 7 points, because that's not a pirate. Yeah, using it to boost the Greatsword is an odd choice, since this was going to get boosted anyway, but it did have armor, so the Redanian Knight damage didn't count for anything. Seat support. So all these cards are just being played for 6 point of carryover each, or 7, because that's how many 4 provision cards are in the deck. Would have liked to have had Rune Mage here to play it. Sal's going to be thinking about when they can pass. Abordage damages by 2. So you'd have to ping with the light ship first and then abordage into like a deranged Corsair if you want to stay in the round. The only play I see. So the Corsair is actually used to remove the seat support. Sal wanted to deny any kind of zeal for like Radovid or Selkirk or something. So Sal wins round 1, but from blue coin, so down a card. I'd be curious to see if they go for a long round 3. Usually, I think Pirates wants the long round 3. And also against like an Erlen deck in general, a lot of decks prefer a long round 3 because like in a short round, either the Ansace or Erlen can be a lot of points. But in a long round, that's not necessarily always more points than what you can do with Pirates. The issue for Pirates will mainly be proactivity. And like this is a lot of removals, and Beatles deck will have a decent amount of points left. So Sal wants to push. This is already looking really dicey because every card in hand now needs a target. First, there's a squirrel to answer the naval supremacy.
Played for a land rat.
Babjorn for a Feral Bond is likely, or a raiding fleet. But raiding fleet would pull out the Dimmen Light Log, the Dimmen Warship, which currently doesn't have a great target. Because Greatsword is not a pirate. So yeah, it is in fact Feral Bond. Will it be Spear Maiden for 6 or Berserker for 8? It's Spear Maiden for 6. Spear Maiden is more reliable carryover, I suppose. Bloody Go will do 2 damage. Leader is 3 if you want to answer Radovid. I'm not sure. Have to. If you could Bloody Go into a Corsair, you could remove this, but that's not really an option. Okay, we do see a leader from Sal to remove Radovid, but looking at this, I don't think Beetle is really too concerned. Because ultimately, it's hard to bleed with pirates, because when you're bleeding, you want to threaten your opponent with the idea of passing and forcing them to play two or more cards to catch up. To do that, you need a lot of tempo. And pirates just generally don't have proactive tempo. So like Sal's getting some carryover on the Stair of the Seas and Hjalmar, but they didn't have Justiana or Invaders. Like none of these other pirates are in hand. It's an interesting Blood Eagle. Blood Eagle into Kraken Crate. Guess technically that is more armor. But armor on Corsair doesn't really matter because it has a 2 base power.
I do not mince words.
Honestly, Sal probably expects being able to get value from Terra against a tall Anseus. But we know there's no tall Anseus. Right now, if Sal passes, Beetle can just catch up with the War Elephant.
I am fire.
Wow, both things go on the Squire, which is pretty good for Sal. Beetle does not want to play Erland here, of course. I'm expecting a fortune teller here, and then... So they're losing... Beetle's losing another 3 points, right? So Beetle's at 3 versus 18. Beetle's losing 5 points, actually. 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 1, 15. That's not enough. It's going to have to be... We see a leader charge for Marguerite. That's odd.
I'll take that.
Okay, War Elephant. War Elephant.
Supposed to scare me? That?
Is Sal going to go all in here? His short round's not terrible. It's also not great. Okay, Sal just passes after getting the War Elephant. So 10 points. Beetle needs 9 to get ahead. Because Beetle's technically at 10 right now. This will tick again. But clicking War Elephant will be a lot of points. Right? It's 3 points. So 6 points should be enough. Question is, do you want to save your Marguerite or do you just want to throw away the Anseus? You can drop Anseus front row and kill the Haymaid and Haymaid Spearman and be fine. That is in fact what we see. Beetle prefers to keep Marguerite. this is going to be used to lock the Hjalmar in the next round. Because that's the only other threat left here that deserves a lock. Every time I see Beetle's deck played, it always misses Iris and Companions. This deck is pretty supply capped. But the thing about it is, because of Erlin, you don't need to get Iris round 1 for it to get value. Beetle draws the Rune Mage and the Shoop. This is basically perfect hand for round 3. Iris is going to be playing for 12 points here. So this duo is going to play for 16. And all those points are going to be on an immune Erland, which won't be able to be answered.
Optimum dosage teeters on the precipice of lethality.
I'll sharpen my axe with your teeth.
Sal knew when they saw the Anseus, they had to have guessed that Erland was what got boosted, so they know Justiana's not worth keeping around.
Beware the man of glass.
Going to be a discard on the Iris. The 11 points plus 4, 15. Considering it's like 17 provisions for the two of them, it's not great, but it's not bad either. And this is like the worst case scenario, or this is where, like, if it was played in round 1, it'd be worth a lot more. Stay on the 10 for 10, so broken. I mean, if you heat wave a 6, then heat wave is a 10 for 6.
Of course, friend.
Control has other value.
A witcher with no honor.
Here comes Brad, here comes Erland. And Sal's basically cooked. Like, if they drop Terror of the Seas and floated to try and get Hjalmar value with Blood Eagle, Shoop will just... I mean, there's 2 locks, so it doesn't really even matter. Sal's in... I don't know if they're a newer player. They're just not, like, a seasoned tournament player. But yeah, they might not have... I mean, this deck's not really played very much anymore, so... Want an interactive gameplay? Well, it is kind of a hard counter to Pirates, isn't it? Pirates do really well against, like, decks with multiple small engines. Like, that's probably their ideal matchup. This is one chunky invisible unit and a bunch of point slam. And not even evenly distributed point slam like ogres. It's like you play no points, no points, no points, 30 points. Pilots belong to the dumpster. Erland belong to the dumpster. Yeah. Gwent belong to the dumpster. Dumpster gaming. Pluggy, why did you pin your own message? What the hell? Why did I give you mod powers?
For a land rat.
Erland Bayrat bullshit is hard counter to any common sense. DQD and good design. You did not? Okay, I must have accidentally pinned your message instead of my own message.
Treason. Turncoats.
Honestly, closer than I thought it would be. Only 17 points. But yeah, as I predicted, the boat got locked. The boat hadn't gotten locked. Boat and Hjalmar didn't get locked. That was a lot of points, but they did. 26? Okay. Shush. We're trying to fake hype stuff. So that was a rough game one. But now Sal is red coin. What will we see? Poor guy got introduced to reason my family to get 2600 with control decks 3 years ago. Lauren. We all know the only reason you didn't get 2600 with the control deck is because you're not handsome and talented enough. The number of shit piles I've seen Lirio get 2600 with tell me that. I bet that guy could have ChatGPT make a deck and still get 2600 somehow. And our Witchers is better on blue, you think? Pirates on blue usually is a little bit a little bit rough. Can't even make it legal deep. Yeah, you know why? Because most of like ChatGPT's knowledge comes from Reddit. So imagine trying to build a Gwent deck based on Reddit. Right? Because like these LLMs couldn't ingest Discord, right? There's no forums that are there for Gwent. There's the Play Gwent website, but I venture to bet that site is not machine readable. I bet that like the second somebody looks at the source code of playgwent.com, their computer just like explodes in disgust. So imagine trying to make a Gwent deck based on the sum total knowledge of Reddit. Thanks for support over on YouTube. Yeah, Red Zone says, I think Sal lost on purpose so his opponent gets false confidence. True. I should probably update the score. The issue is you can't simulate games, so... Well, the real reason is you can't simulate a game inside a simulation. Because you can only go 7 layers deep in simulation before the universe. It's like trying to fold a piece of paper in half more than 10 times. You just literally can't do it. It's like that. It's like that Rick and Morty episode where he basically overloads the Federation's computing power. Stop smoking Brussels sprouts. R35 says I was a Gwent Redditor once. Dark times. You're still a Gwent Redditor. That shit never leaves you.
Meaning of sacrifice.
We can smell it from here. Conferza says Gwent gods wouldn't let a fellow lose 2-0, so bet on me. Oh, I have terrible news for you. There are no gods in Gwent. Exactly. That's why Gwent only has 6 factions. The 7th would break the simulation. You understand. Okay, so we're going to have spotter spam versus soldiers. You know, part of the problem here is going to be that none of the units in Beetle's deck have a high power. So all these spotters are going to have like 2, 3, or 4 armor on deploy at best. And these light cav and crossbows are going to ping that armor. So Sal might end up in a situation where even if they get their combos, they might not actually be able to click their spotters. Like, they might run out of the leader charges. But we'll see. Red coin is nice, because they really need to, like, well, play All God and Offerings. They have both Offerings in hand, and they can decree for All God. So they're going to start with Triss, and I assume boost a Nilf Knight. I didn't see what they put back in the deck, but this is something you'd rather do in round 1. Should see a Vicovaro Novice next, because you can't play Offering on a Nilf Knight that's in your hand. Oh, we're going to go Battle Stations. Wow. I'm really surprised. So Battle Stations into Vicovaro into Offering. Okay, that's kind of smart. So Vicovaro will put the Nilf Knight back, and then Offering removes the light cap.
My blade. I trust you have
Beetle responds to the battle prep. Beetle's happy just to tempo ahead and enjoy their Erendite. Something else to keep in mind is that this Quacks, can it be used to pull out the Nilf Knight? Highest provision, lowest provision. So the brigades will get thinned. There's 2 crossbows and a light cav that are 5p. If those all get played, lowest provision Quacks could pull out the Nilf Knight and brick all the spotters. Oh Lord, are we serious? What do you mean we have spotted decks in the big old 2026? Yep, we have whatever deck you want to bring. That's the fun thing about tournaments. So Sal played a Marine. I'm not sure what they put on top. Or what they clicked on, but it didn't boost. See, All God. Having used Battle Stations in round 1 means Sal's going to have a hard time defending the bleed, I think. And I imagine if Beetle wins the round, they're going to bleed. Potato peeler spam with Ivo. Oh man, I'd love to see that. Potato peeler spam, I feel like has so much potential. With like, what's that card? The old man, the cursed old man, the one that used to get played with Cat. Ildiko and Uma, so you get Uma into Sir Scratch a lot. That would be top quality meme. So it looks like Sal ended up... Wait. Lost uneven from Red Coin.
None can match the power of Nilfgaard.
Yeah, there was just too much of a point deficit to make up. And still no spotters in the hat for Sal, so this is a bit of a problem. Is it going to be Sweers? No, it's just Sergeant. I feel like that was the world's easiest Sweers. Was Smears not designed to steal that card? I suppose in this deck you're trying to steal the operator that you, or the spotter that you operated, but you're not going to get to see a round 3 at this rate. Plus, where are your round 3 points going to be? Beetle's not going to let it go. So the double leader was to get these out of offering range, but offering can still kill the crossbow. The other problem with playing Sergeant is now, like, these light cab have value for another 4 turns, or another, sorry, 2 turns. Because usually if you play like if you had played a Swears, it would be dead now, and you could play an offering, and these guys wouldn't get any value. Swears is also a soldier, so
What are they without armor?
Evil Beetle is Beetle Gruff, yes. Hey, Shoe Star. There's a lock shutting down the crossbow. And this Erendite just keeps growing. I think now's a good time to play Offering. Sure, you're not ahead, but like you lost round 1 on even from Blue Coin. You had to have known this would happen. Beetle still has their sunset, by the way. That's kind of incredible. You don't see how he's getting out of the round? Yeah, that's, I mean, sometimes you just want to give your opponent, you want to tempt him by giving them a good pass. There's Erendite. So no slave driver here. Okay, offering gets you ahead. What are we saving this offering for? Like, why reactivate these when you have a special you can play? Also, this Menno is now a brick, I just realized. Is Menno only for battle stations and Royal Decree? I guess so. Beetle still has the quacks, by the way. Ah, this is looking real rough.
Victory is on the wind.
Looking very sus. Where's Garrison? This version does not play Garrison, it seems. So when I tried a spotter deck, I did try All God and Triss, and I ended up like cutting them. And running artifacts instead.
Last man on his post sleeps on an empty
Like I ended up feeling like I was too all in on the spotters, and it wasn't giving me enough points. This feels more like a meme spotter deck than a competitive one. And Beetle, like, even if Peter could catch up somehow, which they can't, Beetle still has so many points.
We conquered Gesso. These Nordlings.
Like these light cav have played for like 20 points each. It's kind of insane. Because it's literally dead on board. It's over. Poor Sal. Alright, so Beetle wins the series 2-0. Advances to the next round. Good effort though. Kind of rough running into a very strong opponent with some, and I think the lineup also didn't do Sal any favors. Does it need a meme deck? Yeah. But it was fun for us, at least. Hope you had fun as well. Thank you for joining. So looks like Lucas beat Auditore. So we did just watch Beetle, and we watched Beetle versus Ninja Pang last week. I'm kind of inclined to either... Oh, man. I want to watch all these games. All right, type 1, 3, or 4 for what you want to see. Yeah, if you, yeah, I thought Conversa, I thought you were gonna decree into Swears to steal one of the light cav. I think that would have been good. Okay, so people want to see Lucas Kepko. Saying both players have won the tournament in the past. So let's see what they have brought. Wait. Yes. I'm going to start the round. Players have 10 minutes to do their bans. Here's Kepko's lineup. We have Triple Witcher, All God, Offering. So this is standard Cohen Witcher's deck. There's an Oniro, Gwen, Eldar. Still looks pretty standard to me. There's one Lock and one Escol, one Heatwave. In terms of control. There's no Lock. And then we have Imperial Formation Shoop with Artifact Spam. So there's Truffle, Bacala, War Council. This is the kind of deck that loves to get red coin, play literally nothing, and then when you're being bled, just play artifacts. Like this kind of deck loves to pass on 7 from red coin. Like force your opponent to play some stuff in round 1, make them obligated to bleed. Used to be a bit more popular than I think it is now. Lots of people bet on you. No need for that. They knew what they were doing. We have an off-the-books Novigrad deck with Siggy Mastermind. No collusion, right? Because this is not a Pirates Cove deck. This is Siggy Mastermind for like Salami, Tunnel Drill, whatever, Junior, Jacques. Like you can play any of these cards. So this is a mid-range Mastermind deck. It does run Bank. It does run Sewer Raiders. There's even an Eavesdrop for like a King of Beggars Brick. There's also 2 Sesames. Is there an Oxenford card? There is one, in fact. So thanks for doing the Gambas, whoever did that. We have a Mahakam Forge deck with Zoltan Warrior, Oniromancy, Brewer. This looks like a typical Dwarf Swarm with like Zoltan Scoundrel, Zoltan's Company. No Philavandrel in this version. Sometimes you see Garrison Philavandrel. This is not that. This is the Brewer version. There's a Spear and a Purify are the notable texts that I see. So now let's see what Lucas brought. The players are still doing their bans. Lucas brought a Renfree Drog deck with Sabrina, Cosimo. Oh, this should be... Wait. What am I looking? The Peasant Uprising deck. So this is bonded neutrals with free company as a way to build a swarm of Drog targets. There's a Geralt of Rivia, there's a Baron. Yeah. Then we got Sconor Betsy. Correct. There is a Secret Service and a Vincent. I guess I'm wondering how they're gonna win round one. Or like whatever. Like I can see the round where they play Drog and Sabrina, but what about the other round? Do I have the right time? Okay. I will try. And then we have an Onslaught deck with Ragnarok, Compass, and Portal. Portal pulls Captain and Quartermaster, Bear Witcher Adepts. There's one Raging Bear, or... There's no Sove, though. It's just the Bear. Bear because Bear. I guess it has synergy with armor, and it's for active points. Also synergy with these guys. Bear Witcher Adepts and Raging Bears have synergy. That's cool. Double Abordage. There's an Axel and Avalok Sage. How does it thin enough? That's 2 thinning. There's no Sove. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I've said it. Oh no. Mods, have your timeouts ready. They don't play the pirate scenario. Most people don't, because it's terrible in a short round. Like, and it comes down with low tempo. Like when you're being bled, it's kind of like. And the other thing is, you can play it from Compass. So if you do get a long round, you just play it from Compass. I think that's the main reason. It's because it's the kind of thing that can be bled or it can be bad while being bled. You just play it from Compass. It gives you more flexibility. Has less of a weakness. We have a Fruits of Yisketh deck with Egern. So this is like mid-range fruits with ethereal. No Arendite though. Just a Mamuna. And then we have a jackpot deck with Captain Iago. Okay. This should be an interesting series. So Kepko's Sesame deck got banned. And Lucas's Bandits deck got banned. Kepko looked at it and was like, I don't want to deal with this. This deck. This Renfree neutral Bandits deck got banned, which is a little surprising to me. Because that looks like a Mimi deck. I mean, maybe it's strong. I don't know. I've never played it. Gamba, Gamba, Gamba. 30 seconds, Gamba. Dagger 2 blades can fix this. True. Cyrus taking a break this week after winning the tournament. Renfree deck with no Renfree. Shoop deck with no Shoop. What are you talking about? There's a Renfree in this Renfree deck. And I guess this is a Shoop deck, technically. I just realized it's a singleton deck. There is a Radea. Oh. Kinda cute. Because Radea... Is Radea going to 9 provisions? The monster deck? Oh yeah, this is also Renfree's gang. Oh. Holy shit. I just noticed that. Oh. I'm not sure if it's worth, but maybe? Trusky, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you had a good stream. Always good to see you streaming. If you guys don't know, Trusky's got the Gwent itch, apparently. So make sure you have notifications turned on for their channel. If you don't know who Trusky is, shame on you.
So vanish.
That's all I'm gonna say. One of the most influential Gwent deck builders. You missed the Gamba? Shame. Yeah, make the Gamba long if you can next time, because my chat are a bunch of boomers. Thanks, Tresky. Appreciate it.
For honor.
So we got a fun matchup. Kepko's playing a pretty standard Cohen Witcher's deck. But Lucas is playing a Radea Jackpot Yago deck. So this is a singleton Yago deck. With Madame.
This world only
And somehow Lucas has managed to actually draw perfect and not brick. There's the first offering. I'm supporting the crazy sadist redhead for no reason. This one? Yeah, no reason in particular, right?
always going on about this Mark fella.
My frail arthritic boomer hands couldn't click fast enough to Gamba, yeah. Too real. So this Griffin Witcher has Veil. I'm guessing Lucas decided not to contest a round. I could be wrong. Okay, no, we're contesting now. Here comes a... We don't have the coins. Are we just saying that poisons aren't good in this matchup, so we're throwing them away?
The windmill. Sticks spin around and smash you.
Because poisoning this is not like a great long-term strategy. Yeah, that's what it is. Lucas just plays his 3 cards and passes. Kepko's like, I'll take that. I'll play my 3 bronzes and pass. That's perfectly fine with me. He got a little bit carryover out of it. Lucas is going to have an extra card if bled. Lucas didn't even get to thin his Flying Redanian. But he's more interested in making sure his Madame isn't bricked. This Eavesdrop is actually really good in this deck, because your Madame only has 2 exact targets, and so having eavesdrop
I can see
is pretty
KSL from
handy.
here.
Remember, this will be our little secret.
Oh, okay. The peaches are gonna go back in the deck.
The windmill. Sticks spin around and smash you.
Profit 4. Okay, Lucas is gonna open Madame. One of the engines will get offering, but I guess Lucas is okay with that.
Looks like some light reading.
And here comes the Flying Rodania. Yep, offering on Madame makes the most sense. Actually, it's probably better on Seductress. Since you're not playing any specials. There's an Evan tied into a failed experiment. And now Kepko's bleed is looking kind of iffy. Just plays a Griffin Witcher Adept for 7 tempo. Nothing to write home about, but not bad either.
My fist looks purest, it's purest in all Novigrad.
Interesting to play the Fistic Trafficker instead of the Fistek. I guess it's a little more tempo, but here comes Quen into Keldar.
You gotta dodge. You gotta have the.
And now Lucas doesn't have an answer. And not enough coins for Morels either. Or Saul. If he had played Fistek last turn, at least Saul would be max here. As it is, Vesemir Mentor is going to be pretty strong. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kepko just... No, he doesn't have Cohen. He's not got a 2-0.
That we find ourselves in agreement.
If he had access to Cohen, I could see him going all in here. Against a Yago deck, sometimes that's not a bad idea. Yeah, Lucas is forced to play the Blacksmith to get him to 6 coins, because then he can use Morels, I think. Does this deck run King of Beggars? Yes, and it's at 4.
I don't train on the curve.
Kepko manages to draw All God, which is actually really good for him. Because even if he doesn't get his card back here, he'll be... It's an odd spend.
No bacon bits, no butter.
He'll be pleased to just have a lot of carryover for next round. Vesemir Mentor is also carryover. And now Saul comes down. Well, we got... It's a 1 point a turn engine. Like, oof.
For this shit.
Here comes Vesemir Mentor. Saul needs 9 coins to boost for the maximum amount. This doesn't even have a target to purify. Kepko could play Eskel, but he decides to keep it. I'd say he doesn't want to trade the Eskel. So, Ash goes to a 5-card round 3. He does have Savola, although he does not have King of Beggars anymore. I don't think he's keeping the Purify. He's got Redea. He never drew Novigrad, but he does have Bank. There's Novigrad. Okay. This is basically the best hand he could have. And he'll be able to bank into Yago, I guess? And Kepko is going to get to do his thing. So both players are just going to play for max points. The only issue is, or the only control is this Eskel and this Trial of the Grasses, I suppose.
The anatomical changes slightly exceed my expectations.
Mutant Maker, because we're not Devotion, didn't get any coins.
Here, please.
Well, we do have coins from... Oh! That's part of the idea with the Yago.
Ray attracts monsters. It's irresistible.
So Cohen played for like the Cohen order was 15 points here. Lucas has to play Savola so that he can play Candle to have a spender. Like, yes, Eskel would get value on the Frightener, but Eskel would always get value. I mean, 4 extra points on Eskel is fine. Just play your Savola. You overprofit by 1. It is what it is. I'm not sure what Lucas is worried about. Quick, quick.
You will not stand in the way of my master's plans. I won't let you.
Oh, right, and you don't overprofit because jackpot. So Trial played for 6 points. Easiest candle in the world? What are we waiting on? Yo, Mirak! Thank you for the sub and the 10-month streak. By the way, enjoy your diamond. Well deserved. Thank you for supporting. Appreciate it. Thank you all for being here, and thank you everyone for playing. Why are we spending? What is going on? Lucas, you still have Yago. Well, why didn't we do all that on the last turn? What? You wanted to get Redanian out, but we gave extra points to... Oh, right, because there's a heat wave. You wanted to get value out of his candle while he could. But honestly, if they have a heat wave for candle, you lose no matter what. Like, you lose with this line, too. You should just take the high rolly line that gives you the most points. Because now there's no way Yago gets enough. Disaster, I think. You're not getting 32 points. Yeah, just play for your max points. Like, countering yourself because your opponent might counter you is... Like, no leader with Yago?
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
Honestly, it ended up being really close. How the hell was it that close? I feel like he could have won. Easily. Right? Am I tripping? Any math doers in the chat? Ah, stop it. Congrats on your 10, Toby and Skepko. Yeah, he had an extra card and he had last say. Like, just save it. Just play your own deck. I mean, not having any spenders was rough. But Yago... Like, if you get Heat Wave, you just do the same thing. I guess he lost 2 points. He would have lost a bunch of coins from over profiting with bank. All right, you guys have 5 minutes to place your bets. Game number 2. This time Lucas will be blue coin. I bet you Aridin's saying some racist shit. The language is that of Naglfar, which I will not utter here. Remember to tell Mosh to play the Dwarf song when it comes up? Yeah. I was remembering in a vague instance of clarity. So there's a heat wave, there's a shoop. But I say you just open with Egret anyway. Boom! Tempo, son. 22 points to nothing. What do you say to that, Kepko? Nothing. He's, like I said, he's playing that deck where... Oh, wow, he wants to get the Calvite. And he does find the Calvite. But he did play his War Council round 1. I guess he might have gotten 2 out if he doesn't play Calvite there. Maybe Griffin first is better. I don't know.
Tremble before the lights of the great sun.
I guess he wanted to have dominance for Wild Hunt Riders. It's probably what we're going to see next. And TA will get used, 42 to 10. Okay. If this deck had Arendite instead of Renfri's Gang, you could just tempo pass here. The fork tail.
They're surprisingly keen creatures, as it happens.
Playing for 8 points, I guess. This Piggy is unnecessary, but all these other cards are even stronger. Honestly, I might have just passed instead of playing the Piggy. Yeah. Kepko cannot catch up. Is it his time? Yeah, but how do I know it doesn't mean you would make a good slave or some other out-of-pocket shit? I can't trust... I can't trust these racist elves. Yeah, Lucas should look to Tempo Pass. I thought so. That's what I would have done. Because, like, when you don't have Arendite, you're not getting anything for this bleed. You're just, like, giving them a chance to drop all their artifacts and have carryover in a short round 3. And now we see the lock. The Alba Armored Cavalry. Alba coming down, locking the Ethereal. That's right. No self-replication for you, Mr. Demonic thing with a bag of some... Why is there a triangle here? Why do you have a sword? Why are you made of rocks? I have so many... Alba! Toxic Streamer. Oh, here comes Mamuna. Wow, what interactive gameplay. Here comes Mamuna for 35,000 tempo. 32 to 5, says Lucas. Even though I don't have Arendite, I'm still going to go up in points because large numbers make me happy. Kepko decides to play an Arcane Crossbow. What a bastard. Hiding behind a mask. This is Nilfgaardian Ice Agent right here. Trying to attack the poor immigrant faction. But Renfri's gang shows up. These are the protesters saying no to racism. And then here comes the Bacala. Bacala with Imperial Fleet and Imperial Marine. Wow, the Empire strikes back. This has been a Hypecast and a Toxic Cast, brought to you by Fleggy and Edgar. So, 20 to 42. Interesting Cyclops. Gets rid of the infusion. Answers an engine. Kepko's just staying calm. He's going to play the Rune Mage. He has leader charges.
Fuck you, need of garbage.
Exactly. Well said, Miyamoto.
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
Here comes a Redanian Archer from Rune Mage. See, Kepko is just putting a bunch of as many engines as possible down.
Nerf this fucking card, man.
Here comes a Goliath. And Kepko doesn't actually have a way to trigger the death wish of a Goliath. Not that it would matter too much. Not a lot of units left here. I guess the plan is to save Jotun and maybe Osril for round 3. But it's going to be hard. Oh, here comes Illusionists. And we clicked the War Council because it didn't have resilience. Now with the piggies going. Lucas can play this for 7 tempo, but Kepko's also already getting, right now is getting 4 points. So 38 to 46. Geralt to take down the Illusionist, just in case. And in fact, that is a good play because maybe the battle prep on the Illusionist was a mistake because that made the Geralt better. You know that's the only answer. Here comes the Sergeant, though. And this hasn't been locked, so this is growing. Now it's going to get locked. So 2-point a turn engine. The front row is full, but Kepko can play a slave driver still. And just like put something here and then swap places. I believe it will work. Because it should move the front to the back. Oh, he's just going to play Sergeant. Sergeant's better. More points, I think. 7 versus, yeah. So Lucas might just opt for a pass here. In fact, that's exactly what we see. He kept Jotun and Osril. Here comes Shoop. Shoop Resilience will kind of counteract a lot of this carryover. And Lucas has no way to punish it. So now we're going to go to round 3 with 4 points here, 6 points here, and 10 points here. So 20 points of carryover for Kepko. I mean, Lucas, in my view, lost the game in round 1. He overcommitted, and he didn't tempo pass. That's how I saw it. But I think a Renfree's deck without Renfree is maybe not all that great to begin with. Yeah, I didn't want to say that, Chi-Chi. Like, you have good points left, but not 20 points of carryover worth of points. And this Riptide won't do anything because of the Shoop. So this Marine will, wow, starts getting 2 points a turn. Yeah, I guess because with Calvid, you know, this is the only card on top. This will just play for 9 points to escape. Or 10, I guess.
Have you ever laid eyes on a deception of such grandeur?
Because there is no, like, Heat Wave or Air Knight here. So, Kepko has no reason not to use all these boosts. Still not enough to secure Sabbath, is it? Oh, yes it is. Easily gets the Sabbath. 31-2. Oh, half the turns have tabled. Suddenly, Nilfgaard has the point slam faction, and monsters have no points. This is going to be, 12 points.
Fuck
so
you,
that's
needle
something.
garbage.
But, like, it's not like there's anything better to draw. We're even, yeah, because we played Mamuda in round 2, so
They're surprisingly clean.
here comes Remedy for another piggy. Look at these piggies. 41-14. That's not symbolic of the role reversal here between round 2 and round 3. I don't know what is. We still have Radea for Nilfgaard. That's going to play for 13 points.
The mysteries of this
This is 17. It's not catching up. So Kepka ends up winning the series 2-0. I still feel like Lucas could have won last game. Of course, he had to calculate that if his opponent has Heat Wave, he loses anyway. And that if his opponent doesn't have Heat Wave, that's his only chance. Which is a very hard thing to do. But Kepco advances. Let's see if there's a game 3 we can jump into. Come on. Congrats to Flare Dog and 4 others. My toe beans are secure. Nice. So Lucas won his first game 2-0 and then got 2-0'd. I guess we'll be watching these series. At Skellige. How's your second game going? Nonchalantly put gambling? No, the problem with gambling is about when people gamble things they can't afford to lose. It's not gambling if you're betting fake currency that doesn't exist that you can't do anything with. Right? Like, that's like saying when you play Gwent, you're gambling your MMR. Like, betting with channel points on a game outcomes is literally just playing a video game with zero monetary repercussions. And it's not like someone's going to be like, oh man, betting toe beans is so fun, I'm going to go play slot machines. So what we're doing right now is if Sky Gallerio and Youngface go to a game 3, we will manage to catch that. But I was asking, tell this to the Polish government. Yeah, when it comes to like moral vices, society has been pretty stupid throughout it's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't even think poker is gambling. I think we should regulate how much rake casinos collect, but poker is a game of skill. So, it's no different than a chess tournament where you have to pay to enter and the winner gets a prize. Sure, there's some variance because of the nature of like probability, but in the long run, better players win. Poland is ruled by politicians older than the universe. Yeah, I don't think it's just a Poland problem though. Like logic doesn't end. Usually these conversations are about virtue and morality and things where like it's hard to always have a logical discussion. Like I think gambling's a serious issue. I have a huge problem with all the sport betting sites, you know, like, and like all the streamers playing slots. Like that's so fucked up. That is so like entirely messed up. They're normalizing things like betting. That like there's some streamers that like lose hundreds, thousands of dollars, like, and kids watch it. Like that's a problem. Freaking channel points is not a problem. And to be fair, like I'm not even sure that like I don't know exactly the reason why Twitch didn't allow Tobin betting in some countries or whatever. It might have just been like the law was written too broadly and the compliance people at Twitch were like, we don't want to risk getting fined. Just disable it in those countries. A lot of times these things are... Poker is all skill unless you're Phil Hellmuth. Then poker is unfair because your opponents are idiots who play like garbage and get rewarded by the cards. Oh man, I love watching Phil Hellmuth play. He's my favorite. There was like a Poker Stars cash game series with Phil Hellmuth. And he just kept doing like actual donkey shit in a cash game, right? Like stuff that maybe is okay in a tournament, depending on how many people are left and where you are with them relative to the bubble or whatever. But it was just like donkey moves for a cash game. And then he would just get mad when it wouldn't pay off. And there'd be a few like polite cash game players at that table who'd just be like, no, Phil. Ads on Twitch are about gambling, sport games, ads on... Yeah. But not too... Oh, okay. Yes, Tony G. Tony G is my spirit animal. He's so good. I love him. So if Youngface wins game number 2, then we'll just go straight to the semifinals and watch Astra play against the winner of Ninja Bang and Beetle, which is Beetle. I guess we could take a look at Ash's decks. I don't think I did that before. Did we look at Ash's decks? I don't think we did. I would remember the Reckless Flurry. So it's Reckless Flurry SK Witchers with All God and Geralt Axie. Geralt Professional. Standard. Axie is kind of a flavor thing. I've seen some people run it. And only one Bear Witcher. I guess, but... Excuse me. You have other Gwent targets, like Geralt Professional. And then we have Eithna, Devotion Shiro deck, with a Runestone. I don't think I've seen that before, but the rest of it looks pretty standard to me. Right hand, Mahakam Pass, Minor, all for Shiro setup, Harvest as well. And then we have a Renew deck. A Mutagen deck with... Wait, what am I looking at? Pavetta. Okay, so it's a full test done banana deck, I assume? Yeah, instead of the commandos, you just use bananas. But with Mutagenerator, you could do some cool stuff in Garrison. So it's an NR Swarm deck with Pavetta. And then you can renew the Pavetta. So you can use Pavetta to defend the bleed. and then renew Pavetta to do it again in round 3. Or use Erland to get all the boosts or something. Right? Am I saying that right? I've never played this deck. I think the idea is you bank a bunch of units in your deck, you boost them with Mutagenerator, and then you can retrieve the boost with Erland, or also just boost them with Erland. I don't know. And then we have an Ale of the Ancestors Shoop Artifact deck with Imperial Formation. A lot of Imperial Formation today. Almost like making this deck give 16 provisions was a mistake. Good job, Council. Because it's like 8 points and 8 armor that you can use at any time you want. It's got just a bunch of 5 and 4P cards, like good bronzes. Rune Mage, Rodea, Heatwave, Calvi, Truffle, War Council, and Ale of the Ancestors. I think Ale got nerfed a couple of times. This deck was first made. Rodea's gotten a power nerf. And I guess Truffle got a provision nerf as well. Calvi got a provision nerf as well. This deck's gotten nerfed a bunch, but the leader got buffed by 1. And he got banned anyway. This is the deck that got banned? Okay. Oh, okay. So Youngface also won their series. So we're going to go ahead and start the semifinals. We're going to be watching Asteroid versus Evil Beetle. The other series will be Youngface versus Kepko. That should also be a good series, actually. The eternal struggle for Kepko, right? So last week, Youngface knocked out Kepko. And Kepko was talking about how they have a terrible record against Youngface. Yeah, same, Flare Dog. Same. Well, we haven't seen Asteroid play at all. So, thought it'd be good to watch that series. So it'll be interesting to see what gets banned. I have a feeling Beetle's going to ban the Shiru deck. If I had to guess. But I'm not sure. You boosted the wrong thing and lost? Oh no. With your Toussaint deck? I still need to give this deck a try. I just haven't played any Gwent. Is the issue. But I haven't opened in a tab. Olgierd. Drakenberg. Archgriffin. What? What is this madness? So a Dandelion Archgriffin deck with Temple. Is this the Kung Fu deck? I always bring some cool stuff. This is Alzer Double Golden Necker. I saw Paji was playing this again. Old Geared Erland Synergy. Wait, what? Oh, Old Geared Erland. Can you explain? Oh, Erland can't remove the boost from Old Geared? So you can boost Old Geared in your deck or whatever, play Erland, and then still play the Old Geared? Is that what you're saying? That's super cute. How does Old Geared get boosted? By Temple. Because Temple can boost any card. That is kind of 5-head, yeah. That's the kind of cute shit I used to enjoy playing or messing around with. Right, other abilities. So when what about does Shillard work on Olgierd? Anybody know? I assume it doesn't, right? I buff Archgriffin with board and Olgierd with deck boosts. Ah. Alright, but we are now in the semifinals. Asteroid versus Evil Beetle. Game number 1. Asteroid is playing Uprising against Beetle's Temple deck. So, can Cohen outpoint Erland is the question here. Sorry, not Cohen. Pavetta. Both players have Erland. I don't know why I thought this was Cohen. I think there's 2 other Cohens in the tournament, so I got a little confused. Paja played Alumni, now there's 3 more people playing Alumni, of course. So Beetle has Temple, but no Muta Generator. Still, Temple is the one you want in your hand because it lets you boost the card by more if you don't have to, like, because you can't leader as your first action. You have to play a card, then you can leader. So, but Ash is going to open with Home into Oniramancy. Into Muta Generator. Okay. Voltest in hand. And he does have AA for Dun Banner. Temple probably for Henselt. And then Voltest might be good in this deck as well. Let's see. What did Beetle pick? It was Henselt, Matt, Kian, and Shawnee. Interesting. So no full test. Temple needs to be provision 10. You could look at the 0 Temple play. Yeah. So AA to Dun Banner makes sense. 1 leader charge used to pull out the other one. And I don't think Beetle's going to try and counter anything. Beetle's just going to boost this. Probably put Peller back, because I don't think there's a lock in this deck. Yep. Peller gets put back. And then Mutagenetor gets drawn. Probably gets rid of... Didn't catch what they got rid of. Crystal Skull used to boost Foltest, and then Foltest is going to make Dawn Banners. And Saius will be used to answer Foltest. Wow. Okay, so Beetle does not want Asteroid to get more carryover. Makes sense. Almost makes you wonder if the I guess there's a Shoop and there's a Marguerite. So yeah, Veil was necessary. We're gonna see Blue Stripe Scouts played on the melee row, I imagine. But maybe we'll see a Scholar on the back row first. I don't know.
That is how it was.
I'm not sure if that's correct. I guess it does make it so that the deploy the Mutagenetor boost from playing this melee row won't get wasted, because Mutagen boosts up to 5 units.
Bloody non-humans.
So Foltest only procced once. But it did force Beetle to play Ansayas, which is something. Carryover, yeah, the battle of the NR decks.
Regroup. Alert! To arms!
Mirishka, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. We're in the semifinals. Hope you had a good stream. It's like you're playing some Gwent. My condolences. Imagine playing Gwent when you can watch other people play Gwent instead. Hello, hello. Hey, Chieftain. Yeah, we're praying because we're in the temple. Pray to your mutagen gods now. Wait, this one's premium. This one's not. Well, I know who I'm rooting for. What is with this scuffed ass non-premium gameplay? Beetle? What is this? What is this? What is this? Unpremium. Maybe she's poor like you? No, Beetle's not poor. So there's Iris Companions. Can be used to draw any unit or any card. So including Shoop. Right? Yeah, card of your choice. So this is really nice. One, two, three, four, five, six. So only 4 done banners got created extra. Was a teleport played? Yeah, one was. Fortune teller? True. That's why I was wondering why Beetle kept the fortune teller. So we're gonna Oniro. Oh no, we're gonna AA into Pavetta. Interesting. Would have thought we Oniro into Pavetta instead. I guess Ash wanted to full leader here for reasons. This garrison will be how you play Dun Banner, but then how do we boost it without a leader charge? Yeah, Shoop was drawn, Iris was discarded, played for 14 carryover because we have Erland.
fighting spirit, what need ye?
And now
This
we've
world
ditched the
better
Peller,
free.
so Fortune Teller is gonna smurf. Yep, instantly Beetle instantly dooms the Pavetta.
I know where your corpse will be found.
So what's Renew gonna be for? Just a blue striped scout or something? No way. Oh, Garrison will boost the Dun Bananas if they survive. Which is a thing, I mean. We could see Erlen played here. Yeah. Erlen just for carryover.
Become more.
Shoop 13 wouldn't kill it anyway. Scholar would be good for Beetle, I think. Scout doesn't really do anything. Okay, it's Shoop. What's the Shoop gonna be? Shoop 3x3? Destroy random. Okay. So Beetle was trying to kill the Erlen. Thing is, I don't think Ash was planning on clicking it. So there is a decent amount of boost in the deck. No, he did click it. Okay. Is he just going to go for the 2-0? It's going to be a Renew on a Scholar. Yep. You've seen it here, boys. Renew on Scholar. 10-point Renew. Not actually that bad.
Suffering? Our suffering binds us.
Come on, Ash. Just step on the gas. Go for the 2-0. Oh. You know, I guess this isn't bad. Because Erlen's going to have to get clicked, right? Yeah, that was a good pass. So Ash forced the Erlen, and Sagus was played round 1. And so what's left? Oh, wow, I don't know. Rune Mage and Henselt and Shawnee. That doesn't look like a Henselt or a Shawnee. There's the Rune Mage. Okay. And the other cards can be grabbed with Leader. Another Scout draw. This is... I want to see Ash lock this immediately. Is there a... Yeah, there is one Siege Tower. There's the lock. Here comes Henselt.
One piece. Fight for it.
And honestly, Rune Mage could give another Henselt engine.
Finally.
This is really unfortunate. But I guess there's not... Like, Gerhard would have been way better, but... Ash did not draw Gerhard. It's going to be NR and looking for something with a cooldown. Scoia'tael. Why Scoia'tael? Were they looking for a Rebuke? Rebuke would have been kind of OP, assuming this doesn't exist, but it does. This teleport is also 0 points? I don't know. Hey, Rasman, how's it going?
Let the dance begin.
Alert! To arms!
Aye, aye, sir.
The realm of the living severs your chain. Abandon now your
There's the Purify on the Radovid. It's going to be a Shawnee as the last card.
Spirit's willing and
Yeah, these round 3 draws were really unfortunate for Ash. Now, normally what happens is you play the Pavetta and you play Dun Banner in round 2, so these don't clog your deck. And then you renew the Pavetta. But because Ash played the Peller,
Severed limbs,
and
blood,
then Beetle was able to Fortune Teller
What do we have here?
the Pavetta. Wow. Imagine any other card wins here. I'd say a little bit unlucky for Ash. Could have easily drawn another card that wins the game there. But also very heads up play by Beetle, using Fortune Teller on the Pavetta after the Peller was played. And honestly, if Ash had the teleport in hand round 2, Ash could have teleported the Peller to fix the Pavetta, but yeah. Excuse me. And now we go to game 2. So Beetle has a 1-0 lead. I think the full leader in round 2 was playing around Shoop Yoik. Because Ash wanted to play Pavetta, but didn't want Pavetta to get Yoink. He just didn't think about the Fortune Teller. Thanks, guys. Sometimes you just need to Pedro. True. Need some Pedro.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
How I've been? Can't complain. Been playing some Baldur's Gate 3, actually. We started a Dark Urge playthrough last week. We're still in Act 1. But it's a lot harder because we're doing like honor rule set and tactician difficulty on everything. My childhood best friend had a cat called Pedro, and he was my cat's best. Aw. I was looking at some dirt pictures yesterday. I might miss him. I just pull up his pictures. Look at this ferocious animal. He always liked licking shower water. Something about shower water just different.
A moment. Must record. Get this down.
How's the rule set as far as challenge? So it's a little early for me to say because like I haven't done a lot of the encounters, but like Dror Ragslin, the hobgoblin in the goblin camp. The first time I fought him, he like wrecked my party. He had abilities that like buff everybody around him and debuff any of my guys around him, and like it was a lot. The second time I had to like zerg him down. I mean, there's a lot of like OP stuff in Baldur's Gate you can use and abuse, but I'm trying to mostly play like conventional. But it is really making me like consider. Like, I'm a little scared of picking fights now. Witches versus NG soldiers on like an order of liquid. Okay, Seth. Yeah, I and the thing is, I don't know anything about the mechanics of like in my first playthrough after Act 1, I was basically kind of unkillable. I was just OP. So like the really hard bosses, I would just hit them 16 times with Lae'zel and Minthara. I would just haste my two melees, and they would go bagoosh, 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 and then the boss would be dead. But a lot of them like can't be CC'd and stuff in Honor rule set. So yeah, it's a single player game, right? So the challenge is wait. What happened? He bricked Geralt? Oh no. Bricked Geralt. He played pro, but forgot to hit Imperial Golem down. The beetle quacks them and he didn't. Or did he play? All right, hold on. We're going to do an instant replay. So Ash is going to play professional to kill this golem, right? Oh. Oh. Yeah, he accidentally misclicked the quacks. He meant to like click here, here, and here, but he clicked the quacks by accident. Unfortunate. That's a huge difference. That's... like 9 points, and then like you use your big thing, and I get it. Kind of sad. But it, you know, it's hard playing in tournaments, and especially like people watching. If there is a game 3 between Kepco and Youngface, we'll watch that. Right now, Youngface is ahead 1-0. It sucks. But good showing by Ash. He almost won game 1, and game 2 was an unfortunate misclick. Yeah, we're live streaming to both YouTube and Twitch right now. If you prefer to watch on YouTube, you can. Here's the YouTube live stream. I need to go get more water. How you doing, Oversell? Good to see you. We are trying to catch game 3 of Kepco versus Youngface. I believe I added myself to the bracket. Yes, I did. So if there is a game 3, we will catch it. Dandelion showtime. When I came back, if we're not in a new game, that's what we'll do. BRB. Enjoy the música. This is the old Gwent UI. Honestly, it looks so cool. It's a lot more responsive, too. Like, look. You just clicks and then it happens. Red coin, easy win. Henselt? What did old Henselt used to do? Mandrake? Cards are also a little shorter. They're more square. Was Henselt OP or something? I don't understand most of what's going on here.
Not you again. Nope.
8 years ago? Holy shit.
Observe a master in action.
Nie chcę tej książki grać. Nie ma sensu. Jak grasz na resztę, to oczywiście on tego...
Walker Gwent.
O, kurwa mać. Weź sobie...
Mano into Kanta, into Golden Necker. Of course. How did it have 2 pitfall traps? Eldane versus T-Force Spam. 4 power shoot. Oh! That is skill right there. It's forgotten technology.
Donkey. Stand before
One moment, I want to check.
the Queen of Skellige.
I could
Crows
see myself
ears.
as Cam being next. Snake lovers bring to the photo. It's Cam Jam. Oh shit! No, he didn't do my name.
So, into Erendite. Ha! Didn't count for the Winter Queen.
I should be your eyes.
Old Igni. Darkinia. Oh, did they just... Was that Enslaved 7?
Brawo, brawo, śmiał, brawo.
Classic.
Dyskusja nawet w tą ululę nie byłaby taka zła. Później dobicie z herki.
Elephant Onion with vampires. Is it gonna be Unseen Elder? No, Igni?
O, to jest najlepsza
Beautiful.
cebulowa na świecie.
32 points on that Sigvald. The world's biggest Igni.
By the woods, can you see?
Perfect timing. So it looks like, as scripted, Kepco won game 2. So now it's going to be Kepco versus... Young Face, game 3. This is the deciding match for who gets to be in the finals. Make sure music is back. That's some me-level Kante. Yeah, Dandy Show was amazing. So it looks like Kepco won with Cohen Witchers. Youngface won with his Symbiosis deck. Lost with the Blaze of Glory. Wonder what he's gonna play from Blue Coin. You know, we haven't actually looked at Youngface's decks today, I don't think. What got banned? Aristocrats got banned. So this is Blood Money Bounty. Just standard bounty with an Arcane Tome. This is a Graydon, Decree, Octavia. This is the Blaze of Glory deck that they played with Warkwarg and no Fukusia, no Champions Charge. Not no Fukusia, sorry. No Tier, no Champions Charge. What? An error? Oh, reset and picks. Please select same bands. Okay. Never mind. New invite. Let's see if this works. Chat. Yay, we got a game. All right, let's go. Young Admiral Youngface against Unsettling Kepko, playing a Katakan leader skin with the Imperial Formation leader versus Morkvarg, playing Morkvarg. Youngface definitely wins points for consistency. So Kepko's playing Shoop Soldiers, and Youngface is playing Blaze of Glory from blue. There's no compass in this. Yeah, it's just Devotion Warriors, but with a twist. Can we get a Gamma going? This seems like it would be a good game. I can see it going either way. Hey, Hammerhead. Good to see you. So we have Drake Bondu right off the bat, and I don't believe Kepko has a squirrel in his deck. I'm double checking that. He does. He does actually have a squirrel. And a lock to answer the Drake Bondu anyway. Squirrel is still in deck. This is a Calvi deck, so Squirrel will be drawn. And I don't believe there's a Vigo. There is not. Does Young play
I forgive you.
Bodigo? Yes, he does. So there's Calvi. Youngface didn't draw any of the Highland Warlords. And didn't draw Vabjorn or Blood Eagle. Wait. No, he did draw one. He just didn't draw the second one. Kepko still has reach. He can play a Boot Hurt. He can play a Battle Prep. Youngface is kind of running out of stuff to play here. Yeah, he just passes. He's fine. You know, it's Warriors. They're fine defending a bleed. Kepko plays a Battle Prep. Gets ahead. Kepko's going to want to play at least 2 cards here. So with 8 cards, he'd like to play War Council and Mushy Truffle. Just to have those as carryover for next round. We'll see if he bleeds any further than that. I don't think you're 2-0ing Warriors, but you might be able to bleed out some stuff. Yo, Mirak with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, man. Congratulations to Big Booty Benga. You'll Eat Bugs, Eggy VT, BR Home, and Caramanian. Be sure to thank Mirak if you're around and enjoy the complimentary toe beads. Thank you, Mirak. Very kind. I really appreciate it. Oh, we had a summon Mosh Potato an hour ago. I'm sorry I missed it. I'll be right back. Potato has been called. Large potato casting. Let's go. Hype. We got an invader at 8. We got an invader at 7 because we like to have variety. Variety is the price of life. We're going to open with Herald, and a Highland Warrior comes on the board. And this guy makes all of these cards be very bigly damaged. Many points. We got Pew Pew comes down and Zap Zap and Pew Pew and Boost Boost together. 17 to 8, but there's like, I don't know, a lot of points happening per turn. I can't do math. I'm just a potato. What do you expect? Toxic. Warlord? This guy does not look like a warlord. Look at him. Does he look like... He looks like a cannon fodder. He's in the front lines taking arrows to his shield. He's got an axe that's got barely any blood on it. You call yourself a Skelliger? For shame. And this... Somehow child labor was okay in the Imperial Navy. We got little like 12-year-old girls up on the freaking mast looking out for billionaires, watching out, calling out if any billionaires get close to their ship. Because, you know, we still have Truffle hasn't been played. Bacala did get played though. That's kind of surprising. There's no Erendite in this deck. I think Erendite is at 11 provisions nowadays, so it doesn't get as much play. We got what? A Rune Mage. But first, just a Gutting Slash. This Gutting Slash did 7 damage. Took out... What did it kill? Was it a crossbow or was it a marine? You see a slave driver come down for another crossbow. That's a lot of points per turn. 5 points a turn for Kepko right now. He's really trying to pressure Youngface. This Morkvarg will easily answer the marine, so there's no reason to touch it. Rockvar Warrior could be a good answer. Like, you ping the fleet and then you kill the crossbow. The Youngface is trying to sort out how to get enough points in 2 cards. Probably calculating that tempo. Fukusia on an invader is a decent amount of points. Babjorn into Blood Eagle into Raider is also a lot of points. If you have Bloodthirst 3, that is. Okay. Instead, we see Brockvar Warrior get rid of the engine for now. Evil Beetles never played Syndicate? Like, literally never? Like, 0 games played? That's crazy. Maybe that's why they banned Syndicate. That's kind of shocking, actually. I mean, Syndicate is the least popular faction, but for someone like Beetle to never have played it? That's crazy. Maybe they have another account? Well, I know if I'm ever playing Beetle, I'm bringing at least 1 Syndicate deck. Smart man. I don't believe Beetle is a man. Just saying. So once Kepko passes, we'll see a Morkvarg that will get this down to 4 power. So this is right now 19 points. Kepko just wants as short a round as possible with his artifact carryover. Shoop Redea Heatwave, I guess.
For the Empire I endure.
Don't think you're expecting another illusionist, so... The question is a Freya's Blessing... Oh, this thing has 5 armor now. This would be 7 if you use it on this. But you don't care about the crossbow because it's not proccing again. Like, you know... I mean, there's a couple of soldiers left in theory, but Calvite was played, and these last cards are usually high provisions. The high provision cards in Kepko's deck are not soldiers. So you just want to play for maximum tempo, but Youngface is short on time. A Blood Eagle into On-Crate Raider would be good, I think. Why is there a Morkvarg? Oh, it's for leader. Right. Okay, he's okay, he plays Skjordal for 10 points because he was running out of time. And then I think we'll see Morkvarg here to try and catch up. Morkvarg is 19. Puts him at 33, essentially. So, he had by 4 points. Because this gets pinged down to 2 and then boost by 2. So, 5 plus 14 is 19. That's how I... Oh, wait, what? Why? Why are we keeping Morkvarg? Oh, we're not. We're just playing Abordage into Morkvarg. Okay, but now we have to draw Blood Eagle. I guess, was the Abordage good or not? You can always Fukusia Vabiorn as well. Maybe that's why. Maybe Youngface wanted to get Vabiorn into the graveyard so it's available as a Fukusia target. The problem now is there's 14 carryover on this side of the board now. And while Warriors are good in a short round, there's no tier in this deck.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
We're going to see a Freya's Blessing into a Highland Warlord, not an Invader.
My prescription.
I guess Leader is still available. Here comes Remedy for the big Invader. That's a problem for Youngface, I think. Ran is currently at 11. War of Clans is still valid because there's still another Invader in the graveyard. We're playing a Raider first. This Raider will be used to help set up Abordage.
None can match the power of Nilfgaard.
This is 6 damage. Okay, maybe Blood Eagle now is fine. Just Blood Eagle into Brand now. Yes, it's like a little less points than it would be otherwise, but I guess Vabiorn into Primal Savagery would also be good, or War of Clans. That's probably better. Get the rain going. Nope, Blood Eagle it is. You still have one more turn to play Fukusia Vabiorn for max rain value, assuming Pepko plays on the melee row, which he will, because he wants to get truffle value. Beetle Guff CCG is their second account. Or Evil Beetle's their second account. Yeah, I mean...
The mysteries of this world, boundless they are.
There's Redea. Plays for 13. This should be the Fukusia turn. But first you want a leader because you don't want to accidentally abordage into something. Oh, it's abordage.
Women, children, elders, we spare none.
Kepko's going to immediately truffle and use all his artifacts and whatnot. Yeah, I thought so. I guess it makes sense the Youngface wanted to get their abordage out. The last two cards are Shoop and Heatwave. It's going to be interesting. See if Youngface can get there. Oh, because you can Fukusia Morkvarg. So that's maybe part of why they're waiting. Because if they play Fukusia into Vabjorn early, then Kepko could get an extra 2 points off of War Council on the Sergeant. But then you're missing out on 2 turns of rain, so... Or 1 turn of rain. Now 2 turns of rain. It's like it is... Fukusia. You can also Fukusia Skjordal. You should definitely kill this, or damage this, hope the rain kills it. Because battle prep is on the board, and it's the only soldier. See, he would have died. So that's minus 2 points for Youngface. There. But I guess it doesn't matter. Can Shoop do 18 points? He has to go for a Shoop Yoink. Shoop Yoink is 4 plus 14 would be a tie. That's the only winning move I see. It's a 1 in... there's the 7 and 310. It's a 1 in 10. Kepko has a 10% chance of tying the game, otherwise he's losing. Desperito. Move a random unit. And he does not get it. So Kepko once again gets knocked out by Youngface. The grudge rivalry continues. Youngface just lives to knock Kepko out of tournaments. That is his mission in life. Classic. I can't wait for Kepko's comments. Or maybe Kepko's tilted now. So, finals are going to be Youngface against Evil Beetle. That'll be fun. Do we have any Gamba on that game? Youngface is Kepko's Mind Goblin? I'll believe it. Rosmar Yoink. It was the opposite Yoink. Mirishka has the best potato emotes. Oh my god. Imagine not being subscribed to Mirishka, you actual Papega. Learn to get gifted, nerd. R35, you want your points back? Nobody's played dwarves. Did Beetle bring dwarves? Yeah, no dwarves left. I'm gonna refund you your diggy hole. Just play it now? Oh, but I already refunded you. Damn. I'll play it anyway. Just because you gave us one of the greatest clips of all time. In fact, since we have a moment, we'll watch it. Easy. R35 made it to the finals the first time they played this game. Or this tournament. And then this was the... I couldn't watch. We'll just play it on a loop. Yeah, he saw what was happening. He just kind of like embraced it. You were in the video? Wait, are you? I missed it. Oh, there you are with the popcorn. Welcome in, Svetoslav. The bands are done. Invites will be going out soon. Sorry. Look at these dwarfs. Look at them. They're going to dig a hole. It's going to be the greatest hole that ever got dug. They don't even have they don't even have digging tools. They just got some sticks. Yeah, looking off into the distance. Because that's what you do before you dig a hole. Hole Diggers Anonymous. The greatest hole diggers in all of Temeria. Dwarves kind of look like potatoes. With hair. If I had some hair, I'd look like a dwarf.
My men know the meaning of sacrifice.
And here we go. The final game of Mosh Weekly 119. The song is Diggy Diggy Hole by Windrose. Can we get some Gamba for the finals? Or at least for game one of the finals. Any mods in the chat? Or anybody want to be a mod so they can do Gamba? We're now hiring. Potato shrink. So we have Beetle with soldiers versus Youngface Symbiosis. So Beetle... There's the Quacks. Quacks pulls the Simless immediately right off the bat. And 19 tempo to 1. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was painful.
him.
We go where the Empire has not yet reached.
Will Youngface survive the onslaught of Nilfgaardian Erendite soldiers? Honestly, with that intro, it's not looking great for him. Because every turn that goes by, Beetle's getting points. He's also, all his units are on one row. And there's no Aqua in a Youngface's deck. So, Daniel Kobitz, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Welcome in.
Attack!
7 to 26. We got Dwarven Skirmisher on the board. Was it from Diplo? I guess so. So, Youngface, how do you catch up in points here? There's 2 Purifies. You're going to play an Enchantress. Enchantress on Range Row with Hamadryad on the board is actually really good. Because it's like 11 points over 4 turns. So you're going to see a Magni into Battle Prep. But Beetle's still saving battle stations. And Youngface just passes here. I think the main reason they played the Enchantress was like you want enough tempo so your opponent can't tempo pass and have 0 risk of being bled. But after that, you know, the way that round was going, you want to get out as soon as possible. Not having Simless kind of sucks, but this deck isn't as dependent on Simless as some other decks might be. Well, except that it runs Teliad. Never mind. Yeah. You know, sometimes you just gotta let a deck go through. And it's a best of 5, the finals. So it's actually kind of okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. The Soldiers deck was probably getting through no matter what. You just need to stop one of your opponent's decks from getting through. And this Symbiosis deck probably isn't going to have a hard time getting through anyway. So losing one game with it wouldn't be too big a deal. R35 wants to be a mod. Didn't we do like a vote and everybody decided that you shouldn't be a mod? Can you even do Gamba? Do you even know how? Alright. You can be intern for a day. Do the Gamba. We'll evaluate you based on how you do. So Youngface played Harvest. 2 Harvests so far. One went on Moor and one went on Falv. Beetle's currently getting points. And they wouldn't mind, I mean... Okay, they play Erendite. Since they know there's no Squirrel, it's just free points. Erendite played for 7, now it's at 8. And Youngface, can Youngface get ahead? Is it going to be Telian? Yeah. You want to do this now because Telian's not great later. Ooh! Holy shit! I didn't even think about that. So because they were at Symbiosis 1 from their leader, they knew they were going to get another Triat and then Dolbathana Range Row. Whew. I mean, it's about as good a benefit as you're going to get from Telian. And it's important that they got ahead. Now they're going to go 10 versus 9 cards round 3. Beetle keeps the Sunset Wanderer, the battle stations, and they're going to have an Erendite. But depending on how Young Face plays this beginning of the round, Arendelle might not grow a lot. Why didn't he pick Mage? From Harvest or what? I didn't catch the Harvest. I was messing with something. I'll do one. So you guys have 1 minute to place your bets. This is for game 1.
What are they without armor?
Battle stations. Crossbow, Artfane, Light Cap does 5 damage on 1 turn. That's crazy. Here comes a lock on the Light Cap. But Beetle has a Purify. Will Beetle wait 1 turn to play it? No, because if you wait 1 turn, Sunset gets a point, but Sunset's probably getting Heat Waved anyway. This was correct. And Beetle knew to get the Light Cap to 6 points, which is just out of the range of Rebuke. Gonna try it, Cade Zeal. There's still 2 locks left for Beetle. This is looking rough for Young Face. There's the Rebuke, but Battle Prep will answer it.
Can you smell it? Victory is on the wind.
And here's Sunset, which draws the War Council. Oh boy. And Sword keeps growing. It's at 11 power now. You almost had it. Well, you can settle it when it's done.
From you it came, to you it returns.
Mamurva des Tromcaith.
Axes out! Ready to board!
Even the Marine goes to 6 power or 5 power, 1 armor.
There. Now let them dangle a while.
Young Face has to use these charges, I think. But Beetle can just use Leader. This is a little bit odd positioning because now does this get flanking? It doesn't, right? So this won't have. Oh, Battle Prep. Okay. 53 to 14. Like I don't know where Young Face is going to get the points. This is 1 point a turn. This is 4 points. This is 5. This is 1 point. 6 points a turn right now for Beetle. 7 if you count Arendelle. Yeah. It's over. Young Face forfeits. Beetle wins game number 1 with Quacks. Quaxing out the Simlas. So now what do we have left? We got Shoop Erland and Ragnarok So. So Beetle has to win with those two decks. Beetle's going to be red coin. So if you're red coin, you probably plays Temple. And then if you're Young Face from blue, you don't want to be playing Bounty into Shoop Erland, I don't think. I think Young Face... Yeah. I think Young Face will pick Symbiosis again. Because Symbiosis can outpoint Shoop Erland in the long round. But he doesn't have Heat Wave in that deck. Maybe that's okay. You did it. Good job. Now do a Gamba for game 2. Not even Seamless would have saved them. Might have helped him win. Yeah, I don't know. That seemed like a rough matchup. At least from those in those coins. So here, Young Face opts for Drake Bondu. And Beetle is picking So Ragnarok Patch Saddle deck. Usually in like Warrior Pirate Mirrors, I tend to favor Red Coin. But we'll see. We'll see how Young Face handles this. There's a new Gamba is up. Don't end it early. Give people time. I don't mind people betting while the game's already started. If you guys want to bet on the game, you can now on Twitch.
Blood for foul blood!
Does Blood Eagle into the second Highland Warlord? Is that a squirrel? Yeah, squirrel's gonna take care of Blood Eagle. I wonder if Young Face will play an abordage. No, they can't. I just realized they can't because this actually does 4 damage now. They just play an invader from hand. Makes sense. And Beetle just plays Maxi. Just casually keeping range. Here comes abordage now into On-Crate Raider. Wait, what? Into Morkvark? What?
No prisoners! Feed them to the sea!
I guess it makes sense since nothing in this deck boosts. This is actually a 6-point card in this matchup, I just realized. Literally is 7 at best. Whereas a Raider will become a 9 in round 3. Much information? No. If you can predict right now who's gonna win based on what you see on the screen, good for you. Face is happy with the second. Happy to play the second abordage. I think he should kill the seagull. Oh, he kills one of his own units. He kills his own unit to invalidate the seagull carryover. He says, "Oh, you're gonna just slow roll me? Well then." Have fun, you know? Now we see abordage from Beetle into Hammond.
God to the seas! Grant me victory!
Actually gets ahead. So he's kind of punishing Youngface for damaging their own unit. It was like a 3-point investment in denied carryover. Now we see Drake Bondu, probably for an invader. It thins the deck as well and starts building even more carryover. Excuse me. And Beetle plays Coral and draws the Morkvark. Holy crap. That's going to be 14 tempo. And now it's 34 to 25. Youngface is a little bit in trouble. He's going to click the Drake Bondu because he also can't leader because he drew the Morkvark. Primal Savagery is only 10. So he might have to go down 2 cards to win this round. That's crazy. He plays the Brockbar Warrior to set up the Savagery next turn.
Don't you pester me.
Comes a Scald. I guess Savagery will be on Coral now. That actually gets Youngface ahead. So Beetle had a pass a couple times. That would guarantee a long round. They're going to keep playing. This is sort of 33 to 27. Brockfar Warrior is enough to get ahead. $29 to 20. Okay. So Beetle doesn't want to play either of these 2 cards, I don't think. But they could play Compass if they want to. No, they pass. So Youngface ends up getting out of round 1 with 1 point. That was a very close call. Thanks, Mod35. So the question now here is, does Youngface bleed? And since you're against the Compass deck, I think the answer is yes. Like, you can open Herald. You can play Freya's Blessing first. Maybe. To slow roll your opponent a little bit. Looks like it's going to be Herald. Ooh, not even a Highland Warlord, but a Raider instead. So Beetle responds by playing Ragnarok. And then Beetle's actually going to leader here once. Just so they get their Seagull? I guess they always have Care Trolled for Sove, so... It's gonna be a Highland Warlord now, surely. And it's gonna go front row. So 14 or 13 points for Youngface on the board right now. Beetle has both skirms, so they're gonna play the Burner, and that Burner will play for 12 tempo. Draws the Sove and the Heat Wave. That is some skilled, like, there's a lot of cards here that wouldn't be nearly as good. But I think Youngface can still keep playing. fact, that is exactly what they do. They're gonna play War of Clans into a 9-power invader.
We'll tend your ankle biters too.
This is 5 damage. So hitting Skirm with the War of Clans means that... Oh, he wanted the leader. He wanted the leader there. But he also got 1 point of carryover on his brand by overkilling the Skirm. Beetle has to play Care Troll here. This is 6. This is 7. Maybe.
Burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny, plunder!
I mean, Beetle still has leader and Sove. But I think he's going to have to play his Sove to get out of the round, the way that it's looking right now. And just maybe save the leader for next round? Oh no, he can't. Because a Raging Bear is going to come at 7 power. He doesn't have something he can clash with it. And Youngface can remove this. But if Youngface realizes... because what could opponent have here for points, right? One of these cards could be Compass. So, Heatwave, Jenga. He should absolutely play his last card. And that's exactly what he does. Rock Warrior is 5. This is 7. But this Care Troll now is like a 3. So, Beetle actually can't proc the Sove without full leadering. Well, he's gonna get the squirrel out instead of the bear. But is that gonna be enough points? So he can either leader or Heatwave. He chooses to save leader and use Heatwave on the 9. He gets ahead by 1 point. Barely gets out the round. Hey, Mimi Bear. Good to see you again. Discarding Compass in round 1 was a play, yeah. So now we have Brand, Fukusia, and Skjordal versus Jenga, Gutting Slash, and Raging Bear. But there's a Compass. And a leader for Beetle. Fukusia first, right? Fukusia, Vabiorn, no, Gutting Slash isn't enough. Skjordal first. What's the Compass play here? You can Fukusia Hammond, I guess. Or Raging Bear or something. Hammond is like a 9? Could play Turgvi would be what, 16th? Nope, it's not. It is a best of 5, yes. Shit. Hurry up, young face. Oh, it just goes for this. I guess this is the same amount of points as Vabjorn into Gutting Slash. Bran is 10 points. What's it gonna be? Compass? Compass into Turgvi isn't enough. Yalmar would be... He's gonna play Fukusia. Coral is 8. Hammond is also 8. I mean, might be 7. Yeah, it ended up being 7. Oh my god, a 2-point win for Kepco. That's crazy. Holy crap. So Beetle now gets ahead 2-0 against Young Face. So now Beetle has to play Temple. Has to win with Temple in 1 out of 3 games. I thought Young Face played that correct, but I don't know that. That's crazy. I can't think of anything to do differently. Okay, but now Young Face has to beat Temple 3 games in a row. He's gonna be red coin first. And you probably play... You should probably try to figure out what your worst deck is in this matchup. And play that first. From like, let's say Blood Money was your worst deck in the matchup. And it's best on blue coin, you just play it. On red coin, you just play it now. Because if you don't win with this now, then there's no point. Beetle needs a nerf, agree. Beetle has become my favorite participant in tourneys. I like most of these participants, actually. Only thing I don't really enjoy is Reckless Flurry Witcher decks. Well, I've always liked... I've always enjoyed like players who have their own style, and Beetle has their own style. Somebody bet 69 points. Who wins game 3? There's a Gamba up for game 3. I'm gonna enjoy a snack while we wait. Hopefully there's a game for you to win big in. Game canceled? Okay, I will fix. Alright, so Beetle first. Formation versus Symbiosis, and Pat Saddle against Skellige versus Skellige. Okay. Everyone did their gambas like it's homework. So what I did was I reset the game, and because the game 3 coin is the same as the game 1 coin, everything should go correctly. But I need both players to redo their bans. If you lose, you want a refund? You can collect your refund from Sam. Sam is our customer service department. Just submit a ticket to Sam. He'll take care of you. There we go. Sam is the HR guy that doesn't respond. That is his purpose. Yo, Luigi, how's it going? What is this clip? Oh, is this like a Mastigos got him? They have to fight Gargalon later. You actually said Karkalan. All right, let's go. Game number 3 of the finals. We got Youngface. Kind of on the ropes. He has to win. He's playing Symbiosis against Temple. Symbiosis from red. But Temple is blue. So maybe Youngface can pressure by winning uneven. He also has Escol to answer an Anseus. He can't deal with Erland. So he's probably going to contest round 1. Like you're rooting for Beetle, R35 rooting for Youngface. Wait, you can bet in your own prediction? How is that possible? Is that new? I guess they realize these points don't really matter. Alright, what did Temple get? Temple got a Vandergrift, a Meave, and a Varaxis. Oh my god. Poor Youngface. Varaxis? Well, okay, Esco answered this, but does Varaxis have any other targets? I suppose not really. So Youngface just has to save Esco. Unfortunately for Youngface, Beetle has a Centurion Envoy and Ophiri combo in hand. But fortunately for him... Wait, no, not even... Simless is actually still in deck. Oh no. Simless, Gourd, Heatwave. Heatwave would have been fantastic here if you had it. Answer the mutagen. But he doesn't. So far, he's just played 2 of these Duncanel Guardians. They have Symbiosis. Will Beetle just embrace the idea of going down, like losing on even, and just playing for carryover? Because I think that's what you have to do here as Temple. And if you're doing that, then you can play Envoy, Ophiri Merchant, you can play Iris Companions.
Wanted the exercise, I said.
We don't know what Beetle put on top. But if it was Squirrel, then Ophiri Merchant is coming. It's also interesting that Youngface put it, or Beetle put it on the melee route. They really wanted it to actually be clickable. We see a rebuke used by Youngface. That rebuke plays for 8 points. Yeah, there's the merchant giving Squirrel. What is it going to be? Biting Frost. So that bricks the Tempest. But it's not the end of the world. It is technically a 4P card. And Youngface is now going to kill the Envoy, so Beetle will be drawing the Biting Frost, no matter what. Oh, there's a 1 next to your name, R35, so that's why. I was wondering if they... The brand to kill the Redanian agent, deny carry over there. You have a siege support. This is 20 points right now. So Youngface still can't pass. Because if you pass and Beetle plays Anseus, then Beetle will play Erland next round. But Beetle still hasn't played Iris Companions. But it's to where Youngface like doesn't have. Maybe you just play Fob into Tempest. That's what I would do. See if that's what Youngface is thinking. Yeah, that's exactly what Youngface does as well. Because you have all this symbiosis, and this still thins like 3 cards. That was a lot of points. So Youngface wins on even. Still has the Telly and Simless combo and got rid of their bricks. On the other hand, Beetle got a bunch of carryover, has the Senseius in hand. And unless Youngface draws the Wandering Treant, he can't answer the rat of it. Which means that most likely Beetle will draw like the Vandergrift and have it as carryover. This is the Hollow Knight soundtrack. Youngface just plays a squirrel.
We are friends of the family.
Why? He wants to trade some cheap cards, I guess? Beetle grabs the Vandergrift. And gets ahead. So Iris caused everything in the deck to be boosted.
Tis my tree. I was born with it. I shall die with it.
Doriger is going to lock the Hamadryad, and it's actually kind of a big deal because there's no Dryad's Caress in hand. It's going to be the other Hamadryad?
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection from them.
I bet Youngface wishes this was a Dryad's Caress. Would be so good on this locked Hamadryad right now. Morin can lock this, but then we know that Beetle has a Peller in hand. Beetle seems to always have like the right 4P tech card. I mean, they do have a movement tech, the Veil tech, the Transform tech, so...
You see anyone? You make sure they don't see you back.
But here comes Simless. Is it going to be Harvest or Caress?
An elf, a sage conversed with an
It's going to be Harvest. So Harmony Elf and then Sorcerers of Dolbathana.
I could drown you in a single drop.
Plus there's a backup plan on this Tilian. Here comes the Vandergrift. Interesting. No Enseias from Beetle. Beetle's just saving this to play at the very end. So right now this is 21 points, which would get Beetle ahead if Youngface were to pass. But Youngface still has this, so and oh man. That's not gonna work. It's got a shield. No. Oh wow. Youngface. Wait, Purify. You have an elf? You have an elf.
so tired.
What? Is that really worth more than purifying the resilience? Okay, that's a lot of tempo. What is happening? 56 to 23. Viraxis in hand. Can Viraxis reset Radovid?
They'll not leave here alive.
Oh, man. Anseus needs to be played right now to answer Hamadryad. But then Youngface could play Pathfinder. Play Raxus first. Oh, and just float it? Yeah, I guess that's the play. Oh, it's going to be Erland first. Oh, shit.
This won't need witchers, not marauders.
I don't think Beetle meant to put Anseus back. I think Youngface is going to pass here. You just, like... The Erland is gone. You keep your last say. You can Escald to Anseus. Yeah, floating Raxus would have been, I think, the play. I think he's passing. I don't think he's playing Escald here. Yeah, floating Viraxis, and then having Erland for round 3 was probably the play. I think Beetle kind of choked a little bit under the time pressure. Yeah, like, you're supposed to play Viraxis front row and click the Radovid as well, and they didn't think about it. I mean, it's non-Devo symbiosis. Non-Devo symbiosis has been a thing. Calm down, Irregular. What are you, the Church of what's acceptable in Gwent? Like, are you the High Priest of Devotion? Like, what is it? Unacceptable? The whole reason to play non-devotion is so you can play those tech cards and not lose to some like stinky cheese. That's why you played non-devotion, so you can run like Heatwave and Squirrel and Peller and shit. You're facing status Squirrel? Okay, that's a little cringe. But if you're not playing Usurper, you don't care, right? So there is the Meave, the Vandegrift, the Rune Mage, and the Anseus. Youngface has a really good hand too. It's unfortunate that this gets boosted, or is it? Gonna go for an R, I bet. Look for something that boosts or gives armor. No, went for Nilfgaard. Wait. You remedy the Dolbathana? Yes.
Highly curious case.
Right?
Spit it out already. I don't have all day.
Because this can even boost the Anseus. That's pretty lucky. Finding remedy from a Nilfgaard rune mage. That's if he finds if Beetle finds tempering from the Sork. You think it's over for Erland? I don't know.
Sure, no problem.
I demand satisfaction.
There's the tempering. Yeah, I guess you played Rune Mage. You're gonna find tempering. Strength Phase has a 9 point and a 14. Okay, that's enough. So Young Face wins, puts a point on the board, wins with Symbiosis against Erland in a really close game. Honestly, heat waving the Sorcerer might have been correct also. Why did my YouTube stream just ended? The fuck? On its own? I didn't do anything. God, why is YouTube so ass? How many hours of Gwent will a wonder don't get you? How many you want? As long as you're okay with it not being today. I'll do 2 Gwent streams. How's that? You addicts get 2 minutes to stuff. How are Saturdays for you, EG? I could do like the next 2 Saturdays. All right. That's what we'll do. It will be the day before the tournament. Well, my YouTube friends are gonna miss out on the rest of the tournament, I guess. Is Fleggy around? Yo, Ouija! Holy shit. Thank you for the dono, man. I really appreciate it. You're a legend. Very kind. Thank you, thank you. So, chat. The next 2 Saturdays, we're going to be doing full streams of Gwent, brought to you by Ouija. If there's new meta decks that are around and you guys want to see me give a try, either post them in Discord or stop by during the stream. Yeah. We got some Giga Chad VIPs in this channel. I got a Morn Tart deck that I stole from Axis Kilgore in the tournament. Yeah, Fleggy. Why is my YouTube stream not working? It just ended on its own for no reason.
Sit at my table and let's drink. Amparan Anis.
Onward! Shortcut leads the way!
Wait, is that another 100? Holy shit! Ouija! Oh my god! Thank you, man. Oh my god, you are a legend. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. That's very kind. Hope you're doing well. Sounds like you've been pretty busy. Next stream will be in Watch's new Lamborghini. Happy Valentine's. Thank you. And happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Including all you single bitches. Like me. Buy yourself some chocolate. Everybody can enjoy some chocolate. Even if you're not in a relationship. Treat yourself. Take care of yourself. Alright, so we got 51% chance. Oh, that's something. So this time, Youngface from Blue Coin is playing Blaze of Glory Warriors. And Beetle, of course, is playing Temple. Mira, trying to win one game with it. And this is really dangerous because Beetle... basically, there's no answer for Erland. Oh my god. Thank you for the flashbang. And another flashbang. Oh my god. So 10 points to 24. The reason it's dangerous is because Beetle could just like play an Erland and pass next round, right? Youngface is out of cards to play. They could play a War of Clans. If it's me... Yo, Ouija with 25 gifted subs. Holy shit. I'm very grateful. Thank you, sir. Grats to Art the Beast, Irregular, X-Tom, Chich, Slayer UK, Nightlawn, Chakibi, Abdullah El Zamil, GHAce, Reverie, Compactor, Terra for Selfard, Johudpa, Italio Zanin, Clue 1985, Parasol, Papruski, Eli Thrill, Sajad 1377, Rick Deckard, nice, Papa Sa, Ustmathar, Perthy, IP Matrix, and Ard89. If you're around, be sure to thank Ouija and enjoy the complimentary toe beads. Thank you, Ouija. Very, very kind. Really appreciate it. So Youngface played Marguerite. Sorry, not Marguerite. Beetle played Marguerite. This is the most hype finals ever. Okay, finally Youngface passed. Can Beetle get there with just Anseus? There's 2 more points coming here. This is 14 plus 6, so 20. 2 leaders could do it? 3 leaders? Wait, no, this is 15 plus 6, so this is 21. Because there's a rat of it on the board. So 2 leaders will be enough. Oh, we got some coins being tossed. Yeah, thank you, EG. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's still going. Oh, he found the combo thing. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh. Thank you for the Valley of Plenty. Holy shit. Just get all. Yes, exactly. We're getting bits. Ouija is making it rain. That's what you're hearing. And I believe you got gifted a sub as well, so enjoy. Bits? Digital currency. So like, I think 1 bit is like 1 cent. Dance Puppets dance. So, Youngface... Wait. How did... Oh, okay, Beetle just discarded. Just discarded Iris. So Beetle is thinking about playing Erland, I think? So Beetle's going for the cheese line. Thanks, Gossiper. The Raider? The Invader got boosted? No, Raider got boosted. Okay. I don't think there's anything Youngface can do about this other than just go for max points. Fukusia is not great. But neither are Highland Warlords right now.
Your skull will make a fine tankard.
You reached the limit? Yeah, there's a limit. So that's Dragmondu. It's going to keep boosting the Raider, I believe. 53-point Erland for Evil Beetle. I don't think Youngface can catch up. Especially if Beetle just plays the Philippa. But playing a Philippa would give Youngface a target for War of Clans. Right now, War of Clans is a brick. So we might not even see the Philippa. Yeah, Beetle's just going to pass. Youngface also can't leader. So the leader is bricked as well. It looks like this is going to be it for Youngface. I don't see how he makes 30 points. Yeah, unfortunate. I guess he should have just fought harder for round 1 in this matchup. Skellige, thank you for the 37 months. It's so close too. Look at how close it is. Loses by 5 points. Damn. But well played by Beetle and Youngface. Beetle ends up winning the tournament 3-1. Let's take a look at the bracket real quick. So, Evil Beetle beat Saltpelter 2-0, Ninja Peng 2-1, beat Asteroid 2-0, and eventually beat Youngface 3-1. I'm not sure why this isn't updating. I guess I will update it myself. So, it was Symbiosis against NR. And then NR versus Blaze of Glory. So that's it. Beetle wins the tournament. Then they were in the finals last week as well. So any any challengers out there? We're gonna have another tournament just like this next week. Irregular with a gifted sub to Chucklehead. Thank you, Irregular. I want to thank everybody for participating. We're gonna do we do these tournaments every Sunday. Same time, 12 p.m. Central Time, US. If you want to just join my Discord, I always post the links in the Gwent channel, or just bring 4 decks and sign up right before the tournament starts. Everybody's welcome to join, and